This is a world 20 years later after the outbreak. The infected have evolved, society has fallen, nature is everywhere, even the air can kill you. This is Aiden, the survivor. He's on his way to Riverside, looking for closure, and this is his story. My teeth were trembling from the cold. My hair and clothes were drenched. They were blind, but their hearing was dangerous. The sound of my footsteps were drowned by the storm, letting me sneak around them. There was no shelter. I tried to blend in, keep quiet, hoping the clickers wouldn't hear me over the rain. Sleeping between the swaying trees, I tried to get away, but my whole body was shivering with cold, so much that I was getting sick. I couldn't stop. I grabbed some tissues from my backpack. It helped to muffle my sneezing. I had to get my temperature back up quickly. If not, I could get a serious cold. The fire flickered. A short, comforting break from the harshness of this world. But the sneezing wasn't stopping. Nature was unforgiving, but if you learn to work with it, it can provide you with everything you need to survive. It has no mercy or cruelty. It's up to us to adapt and find our place in it. After eating some medicinal herbs, the symptoms slowly faded away. I returned to the shelter guided by my lantern. I finished my last can of food the next morning. I had to keep moving. After exploring a while, I stumbled upon a house. And I wasn't alone. Slowly, I got closer, looking over my shoulder. As quiet as possible. No one in the kitchen. The living room. An infected bed. Damn. Checked the fridge and cabinets. Most of the food was rotten. If the clickers wouldn't get me, starvation would. No time to lose. Rest of the house had nothing of use, but no place would be left unseen. Not even the car wrecks. Looked inside every trunk, every single seat, even the glove box. Most cars were of no use. It will be a rare occurrence to find one in good condition. Not even mentioning a suitable road to drive them through. This world was deceitful. Sometimes beautifully quiet, but other times one after the other, like a snowball effect. Their echolocation was their strength. More and more they came. It was getting out of hand. I used the fences to slow them down, to be able to keep up, but I couldn't. Swiftly I zigzagged through the forest, bolting, climbing, until I got away. Searched through an abandoned office. No edible food left. I was starving. I wouldn't be able to last to the next town. I had to start looking out in nature, foraging, searching. Maybe I'd find some berries or mushrooms, I thought, but no luck. Those screams were full of pain and rage. This wasn't our world anymore. I checked the cupboards and cabinets. Besides the frying pan and the cleaver, I found a few cans of food. Starvation wouldn't get me, not that day. Drank a can of soda, filled my bottles with the remaining water, and finished loading the house. Holding my breath. Didn't find much, but I was more preoccupied with not making a sound. Quietly, slowly peeking through each single window. I quickly got inside the house. Seemed clear. Nothing of use though. I sat down to eat. I had to ration my food. I couldn't lose too much weight. Searching trunks and taking care of the infected. As long as they were low in numbers, I could handle it. Trunk after trunk, found some batteries inside a glove box. All this fighting was taking a toll. Resources were limited. I had to be mindful. Any materials that will help extend the life of my tools were absolutely necessary. Without something to defend myself, I'd be history. I had to keep fighting, putting them down, quickly, swiftly. But of course, stealth was always the priority. Sound was the key to locate them. Damn beasts. I went around the back. Seemed clear. Checked the cabinet and found the gun case, with the rifle and ammunition inside it. This was really useful. Checked everything was in place and loaded it up. It was time to rest. A long day. Had a quick snack and went to sleep. I couldn't stop hearing that noise. Disgusting. I couldn't bear it. Having taken care of them, I used the barbecue in the back to cook some popcorn that I found. Little pleasures like this help you push forward just a bit more. But life is unpredictable. It puts you to the test. Will you break? Or will you keep going? I was settled in doing this. I had nothing else to lose. Everything was already taken away from me, but I get my closure soon. Reaching my destination wouldn't be easy. The road ahead was tough. I had to keep scavenging, washing my back and looking inside every cupboard and cabinet. To prevail, I needed enough food, water, tools, and weapons. I wouldn't stop until my backpack was full. I checked every single room. I sneaked between the buildings, kitchens, bathrooms, getting mats, tools. Some doors may be closed, but a window is always open. Some shelves may be empty, but other times you may get your reward. Night had fallen. There was one last place to visit before leaving town for good. I was well fed, but I needed to be well equipped, armed properly. The police station. I had to get in. After disposing of some infected officers, I grabbed a nightstick and a bulletproof vest. Protection. Front entrance was clear. Went inside. Found a pistol and a holster. Good. Took a good look through the building. Most of it was empty or had useless stuff, except for one place. The storeroom. Locked. I had to get in. I looked through the place, locker after locker, in search for a key. But no luck. I had to bring that door down myself. And for that, I needed something better than my baseball bat. It was good for smashing skulls, but not so much for destroying that door. And where would I get something for that? The fire station. But it wouldn't be an easy task. Not in the slightest. There were so many infected inside. They didn't stop coming. It was insane. I had to lure them away from there. Got out of control quick. Turn around corners, stay quiet, and stay still. That way, I could bring them down. one by one. Little by little, divide and conquer. Without hesitation, they wouldn't stop me. It was time to get in. The station was full of spores. Couldn't breathe that. Put on the gas mask. I went in. Carefully, checking each room. Listening. Watching. Smashing. Fumbling around the different shelves, I opened door after door with no luck until finally I found it. Perfect. This was what I needed. Made sure I didn't leave anything behind. Went upstairs and took a few cans of food. Time to leave. I was in. Borrowed an armored jacket from the corpse. Every little bit helped. Finally, a shotgun and plenty of ammo. Loud, but if the situation arrives, it could save a life. If only I was able to do that then. I left town, facing the challenge, fighting, using cover, moving cleverly, with my mind set on finishing this. Each step had to be carefully calculated. If not, things could turn upside down in a blink of an eye. But I prevailed. My will was stronger. I couldn't leave this world yet. I wished I could rewind time, set things right, but the cards were dealt. My destiny was settled, and I wouldn't back down. No matter the danger, the wound may never heal. I will make sure that no one else will have to endure the same fate as her. I couldn't shake off the feeling that she was still with me, guiding me on my quest. I just kept going. The road was a mess. So much death. The journey was treacherous. It was hard to move. I was tired. I found an abandoned barn. Definitely better than sleeping outside. Couldn't be caught off guard. Eyes on the path, walking through endless fields. Boxes full of rotten food. I found a spot to settle down for the night. It was an eerie feeling. Not knowing where the clickers were was horrifying. It was like they were all around me. I moved cautiously. The fog lifted, finally revealing the road ahead. A sense of relief. A bar. The last checkpoint before ending this. The last push to set things right. I looked through the different houses to resupply. I had to get to Riverside, well prepared, well rested. I was ready to leave, but on my way out, I heard something. There were 4 more to go. No matter how long I had to travel, this wouldn't end until each one of them was no longer breathing. No matter how many infected I had to go through, they would pay. They wouldn't get away with it so easily. I felt hollow, empty, a shell. But I would achieve my purpose, no matter what. And so, after all the effort, I arrived. I had one shot at this. I needed a plan. And I had it, savoring the last moments before the kill. This wasn't justice. It was too late for that.